What do I say? I know there are words. I am going to self-destruct in 3, 2, 1. Does this remind you of your inner monologue during a conversation? Stay tuned for the Holy Grail of bipolar overwhelm and how to overcome it. Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Nick with New Way Wellness. Super excited to have you beautiful crazies out there, just like myself, all of us bipolar beautiful crazies. Today we're going to be talking about brain fog that occurs during conversations thanks to our beautiful brains. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Has that ever happened to you where you feel like you're in a conversation and you just cannot for the life of you remember what your partner said or why you're angry or what is happening at this moment? I know I have. And it's really, really frustrating. In today's video, we're going to go over the Holy Grail of strategies to be able to diffuse the overwhelm of brain fog. All right, you ready? So your partner is ready to discuss, your boyfriend or girlfriend, I can only speak for myself, so in this case, it's my girlfriend, is ready to discuss something important. Or maybe I have put my foot in my mouth, or at some point I said something and it has triggered something in her and I am unaware. And she starts talking to me and my mind goes blank. I have no idea what she's talking about. I have no recollection. I have absolutely just gone foggy. Raise your hand if you can totally relate to that, right? I don't know why that happens, but it does. Say like, do you remember 3 months ago when I said this and you said that, and now you're saying this and I'm saying that, and you're like, I don't remember 3 months ago. I've slept since then. You might feel like you're on rapid fire of the front line of a World War II movie, or as I often felt like Denzel Washington at the end of Training Day, just shot in the street repeatedly. Like a dog lying there on the concrete, dead as fuck. Ugh. It's a horrible feeling. It's a horrible feeling to succumb to that overwhelm. Well, today, my friends, we are in luck. Our neurodiversities might have our fight or flight mechanism on a hair trigger. I often felt completely defensive at the slightest notion that something I say might be wrong or something I might say could be construed in the wrong way, and never was able to listen past that. It's one of the hardest things to be able to admit that your sickness may have taken over. And you're not this way forever. No one is stuck being any particular way. It's just a matter of awareness. It's a matter of being able to be aware of what's going on in your body during these conversations. There was a 2017 study done by International Journal of Bipolar Disorder that stated people in a manic state have higher cognition impairment than any other time. However, in both mania and depressed people are susceptible to brain fog. This is not an excuse or a reason that you can blow up. However, it does explain what is going on. Brain fog can occur with anyone with bipolar disorder, and it's often characterized as symptoms like memory lapses, disorganization, dropping of words, and difficulty learning new information. Now, I can totally relate to that. I know that I have just had complete loss of words. That's it. I mean, your brain is just going 1,000 miles an hour. It sucks. Put your listening ears on. Here we go, getting into the meat and potatoes of this video. When you're in a conversation and something is said, or you're starting to get a feeling like that Hulk is coming out and you're ready to rage. Rage and destruction! All right, you're just going to reset. All right, think about that. Reset. You're going to reset. R-E-S-E-T. R-E-S-E-T. Say it with me. Reset. First thing, at the first slightest inclination of becoming tense, you're going to relax. Now, I know that's difficult. I, from personal experience, can tell you that's difficult, but just become aware of the moment you start to The moment you have a thought of defensiveness, like how dare they say that, or anything like that, that is a trigger. That is something to pay attention to, and you must relax. You must relax through that, which leads me to number 2, the E, evaluate. Evaluate what you're feeling in your body at that moment. You can just mentally drop that conversation because it's already over. Like, you have already checked out. The moment that you start to get defensive and just be like, "Rrr," and you get that feeling, I get mine right here and in like my lower belly. The moment that you get that feeling, the conversation is not going anywhere because you have now dropped from your prefrontal cortex back to your reptilian brain, and you're just in survival mode. You're not going to have the words, you're not going to have the cognition, you're going to have nothing but a bunch of going on in there. At least I have. S stands for stop talking. Don't say anything else. Just close your mouth. Now your partner, this might upset your partner. This may enrage your partner. However, how they choose to respond to your silence is completely up to them. E stands for explain. Explain that you are in a current state that you are unable to communicate effectively because you're feeling these feelings of anger, of rage, of discontentment. You're confused. Explain how you're feeling and then let them know that this conversation matters to you. This conversation matters to you and that you want to be able to have a clear mind to communicate effectively. All right, because it does. You can't communicate when you're about to rip shit up. I'm sorry, you just can't. It doesn't work that way. And then T stands for time. Take time to cool off. Get grounded. Maybe take a cold shower. Try not to ruminate on the conversation. If you can think about other things, do it because the conversation will still be there. You just put a pin in it and it's going to make it a lot better than just losing your top. Just to recap here, reset stands for relax, evaluate, stop, explain, and time. All right, relax your body, evaluate how you're feeling, stop talking, explain why you stopped talking and the value of this conversation, and then take time. I mean, that is some gold right there, baby. That, Jesus, where was that years ago? So when you come back, apologize to your partner. Apologize for losing your shit if you did, or if you said anything that was really offensive, or maybe you hit a wall, or maybe you threw something. Like, those are not really acceptable ways to express anger, but they do happen. So first and foremost, apologize. Try not to justify any of your actions. And don't get defensive when they are upset and explaining themselves about how you made them feel. Just listen. Ask them how they are feeling about this situation. What do they need from you? And keep in mind, the health of the relationship is more important than being right. Even if you don't win this conversation, maybe it will come up again in a different context as time goes on. You never know. You never know. You can't say. During your time away, maybe you can think about your needs and what your needs are. Now, I would never suggest telling your partner that they've done a shitty job at meeting your needs, because, like, who needs to hear that? But if you can gently explain what your needs are, you know your needs, super important when you enter in a relationship anyway. And just above all, do not argue with them. If they are being completely irrational, continue the reset process. You don't have to tolerate someone yelling at you. You don't have to yell at someone else. We can all be adults. And if we have a hard time with that, seek therapy. You know, that therapy goes a long way. I'm a huge advocate. So just remember, reset the conversation. When you're feeling that brain fog start to take over, when you get confused, when you get overwhelmed, when you're at a loss for words. All right. And keep in mind, you are not your disease. This can change. This can change because you can change. Thank you, neuroplasticity. This is just another opportunity to become more self-aware. Yay! Yay, self-awareness. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this video, if you found some value, please subscribe. I'm super honored to be here. It is just a dream come true to talk with all of you beautiful crazies out there. So just like myself, we're getting through this thing one day at a time. And hit that like button. Really helps me out a ton to help more people out there ease the suffering in the world. Again, this is Nick with New Way Wellness. Have a good one.